What's up, everyone? This is Kenny here from Property Stories. And today we're going to talk about gurus, specifically property gurus. I get some questions from the audience or some people I meet. Oh, this guru, you know what you do. This guru can or not. This guru, that guru. Nowadays, there's so easy to become guru. Just do a Facebook ad, run some videos, and you are a guru already. Or you are a student of a guru, then you are a guru already. So no problem, man. So actually, I would here today, like, not to bash. First is not to bash. I did a video actually. Property Gurus is the one that actually helped me to invest in properties and still guide my guiding principles right up to today. They've been friends. They've also been a lot great collaborators, and I believe most of them are great educators who are selling their knowledge for money. And there's nothing wrong with that, okay? But sometimes, of course, there are things that they don't tell you, or there are things that they need to don't tell you so that they can hook you in, right? That's marketing. Before I move on, I want to mention that this property, right, is different from state to state. So I'm talking about the state of KL and Selangor, which I'm in and I'm familiar in. Other states, I don't know, so please don't ask me. I don't know the rules. So these are the things that they don't tell you. Number one, property investing is people first, the business second. Okay, it's intensive hard work, especially when you're owning one or two properties, just like me. Property is hard work. You have to deal with the agents, you have to deal with bankers, you have to deal with tenants. You know, there's a case where I had to actually, when I was a real estate agent, I had to actually help the landlord to evict the tenant. Okay, the tenant was conducting some illegal activities, suspected. We never know the story at the end of the day. Suspected of conducting illegal activities in the premise, so we had to actually evict him. But then after that, the problem came where other tenants are also in the unit also move out. So these are things that you as an agent or you as a landlord, right, need to handle. The landlord was shocked, but because other tenants actually called him and said, we want to move out. It's a room rental, by the way. So we want to move out. Then the landlord, of course, asked why, right? And the tenant actually told him that plainclothes policemen actually came knocking at the door and actually arrest the guy at that premise and handcuff him and pull him out, So imagine how scared you are. So these are things that you need to handle. And you need to handle like contractors also. Don't mention contractors. Last 2 weeks, I get some small things done here in my house. I supervise, I talk to a contractor, I agree to a price, and still they give me a shit work, The contractors, the tenants, everything is actually very time intensive. Okay? So that's one thing they never tell you. They always show you the gains, or how much when you buy this property, how long, 10 years later, how long. So what your guru didn't tell you is also that your rental tends to depreciate over time. Depreciate, they will show you like beautiful projections, even how you increase rental by maybe 2% a year or 3% a year conservatively, and then the property also increased by 2% a year, which is correct. It's based on the Malaysia House Price Index, but not every property is going to increase like 2% a year. The index, and it's an index, it doesn't constitute a specific property. It's an overall picture of the country. Okay, so this is what they don't tell you. The supply and demand is still an active investment. You have to review your investments every year. This is a mistake I made as well. I bought my first property, rented out at 3,000, and I was very happy. Okay, very happy. And then over the years, right, I bought this like 13 years ago. I think 13 years ago, 12, 13 years ago. It's more than 10 years. Over the years, it keep going down. Keep going down. Why? Because there's more supply in it, and then there's other new choices, right? New choices when they come in. Mine is a 3-bedder. They will prefer a 2-bedder. Most of them are single. And movement dynamics. Last time they used to have a lot of foreigners working here. They are working in the engineering sector, oil and gas sector, IT professionals. So after the pandemic, dynamics again changed. The foreigners very hard to come in, as you know. So it drop further. So this is what your property guru didn't tell you. They will just show you that, okay, projections like that. Projections like that. The next one is that you have to maximize rental on your own. Do your own research. What I mean by doing your own research, let's just say you rent out a whole unit, right? So now the trend here is to maximize rental. They split to rooms, right? So follow. You have to follow and do it to rooms because you don't want to lose the money there. The bleeding cash flow is a lot, you know. I learned it the hard way. Because you see, ladies and gentlemen, property is not just like one time you see painful. Of course, auction one time paint all finish. It will eat your cash flow a bit by bit every year, every month, you know, every month. Sometimes there's a repair there that you need to do. Like for example, last year I had to put new appliances, new fan, new lights, and then replace all the kitchen cabinets and replace the aircon, service aircon. Few thousand gone just down the drain, just like that. But if I don't do it, I cannot get a new tenant. So that's what I'm trying to say. Okay? So your job as a landlord is to maximize the rental. Remember that. Learn from my mistakes. Don't be too like emotionally attached to your property. It's something that is supposed to earn you money, not bleed you money. So change accordingly the strategy. If you don't want to change, consider selling now. This is the next one that your guru didn't tell you. Have an exit plan. The days where you can hold a property till the day you finish the loan and collect what rentals as your income, is the days are over, ladies and gentlemen, especially when it comes to residential properties. Residential properties these days, the price have gone way beyond the affordability of the masses. So if you really want to buy and hold this kind of residential property, I would suggest the properties that is being the masses. I'm not talking about those 700,000, 1 million, those ridiculous prices, and they tell you beside LRT, then they sell at ridiculous prices. This one, they won't fly. You can just buy for your own stay, although I don't recommend you to do that, but that is a story for another day. It's just that right now, this thinking of buying a property and hold until that you finish the loan and then you get full cash flow, right? Because you don't have to pay loan, that is bullshit. The quality of the build, the next one I want to mention is also the quality of the buildings these days. The buildings these days, it's not like building last time. Last time I stayed in a landed property in the old SS2 neighborhood. I tell you, you can go and hit the wall. You can hear the sound very different. It's very solid, the wall. You want to put a nail in it, it's also very hard. Now, the wall is like, you hollow inside. I also don't know. I've been to a few new developments and honestly, the quality cannot fight the old one landeds. They don't make it the way that you used to do. Easily broken these days. And you want to keep it for till 30 plus years and your loan settles, I suggest you don't do it. Less than 10 years. 10 years and below. 10 years and below. That's the target. If you want to buy a high-rise property, I'm talking about high-rise. You want to buy high-rise, less than 10 years. Okay? Next up, your gurus, most of them, they make more money from the seminar. They make more money selling the education seminar than their properties. How many of them I actually recently bought a property? And if they buy also, they can't tell you where they buy, especially if it's an agreement with the developer. This is normal. Again, there's another unfair advantage. They have the advantage of pricing. Okay, they may sell to you at a 15% discount or 15% rebate. All right, but they themselves maybe get 30% for their own unit. Or if they don't also, depends on how many units they can move. The developer can give another 3% commission on top of it. 3% commission per unit. Imagine if they sold like 20 units, they already got 20 units times 3% com is 60%. That means this guru can buy one unit at 40% of the price only. Can you fight with that? You cannot, right? So they have the holding power. So this is what they don't tell you. How much commission they get. And frankly speaking, if I'm the guru I'm selling here, that is also not your problem. None of your business. Because they have worked hard for it to actually find the deal, negotiate the deal, and then they bring it to you. Imagine like today you go into a sushi chef restaurant. A sushi restaurant, you want to know how the chef actually cuts the fish and then serve it to you. You don't need you just pay the money, right? Then you get the service. It's the same thing as you go and buy with a property guru. They are all business people and they're selling education. Okay? The next thing they don't admit is that they don't know you. They don't know you don't know your dreams, your goals, your objectives, your investment objective. Property, right, may not be suitable for everyone. For property investing may not be suitable for everyone. Because right now, in this day and age, we have so many other options. Back then, when I first started, I only know property and stocks. But now, it's totally different. Okay? So it may not be suitable for everyone. But they will tell you, okay, buy this property for your retirement, buy this property for your children's education. Once you appreciate yourself. I don't think that is correct nowadays. You still have to review. Property can be part of your portfolio, okay, but it's not all of your portfolio. I think this one I'm going to piss off a lot of people, but it has to be said. They got lucky, okay? Yes, you heard me say it right, they got lucky. Most of them have been keeping their properties right up to now. And then, remember what happened in 2010 to 2014? The price of property suddenly shot up, right? Things are double. They got lucky, what? A lot of the gurus come out there and say, okay, how I make how many million from property, how I make how many million from this property, that property. But the fact is they've been holding for donkey years up to that point, and then you got lucky. And will the second time come again? I hope not, because already it is unaffordable, and we've been dealing with affordability issues for so long. Okay, our pay and the housing affordability the disparity is getting bigger and bigger every single year. Okay, yes, they won't tell you they got lucky. They won't attribute it to luck. They will just attribute this to, okay, after the hindsight, and they realize why the property goes up, and then they'll sell it to you in a cost. They say, okay, I identify some of the indicators to show that the property will go up. Then they can be right, because they've done a lot of research. But most of them won't admit they are lucky. And if anything were to happen, they wouldn't know what to do. That's why you see these people actually go fly by night sometimes. Go, come back. Once the development don't do well, or once the property, the recommendation don't do well, they disappear from the limelight, and then they come back later. You see, the gurus are in this for education business. Their job is to make you convenient, okay? And of course, they're going to ask for money for that. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? Of course, they won't tell you the data that they use, that you need to use. Actually, data, when it comes to real estate, all the data that you need is available on the public. However, is how you interpret the data. Okay, how you interpret the data, and everybody interprets the data differently, depending on the information that is available to them. Some of the information may be available to you in public domains, okay? However, some of the insider information is the one that is available to your property guru, due to their connections, due to anything they have, right? This is what they can't tell you. This is what they don't tell you, okay? They won't tell you like how they know that this place next time going to have MRT there. Maybe they have a connection inside. How do they know this mall or this developer that is going to build right beside the property that they are recommending, and then will give you a potential capital appreciation because of a mall that's going to be built beside? They don't know, okay? And lastly, how do they know even this developer has been doing well? They may not halfway abandon the project. They don't know, okay? They don't know all this. Public domain data are like NAPIC data, right? Banking data, property listing portals. These are all public domain data. How you get and you read and interpret it from one guru to another guru will be different. Hence, you have the disparity between views, and it's up to you which view that you subscribe to. Okay? There's no right and wrong. It's just a one person's view. The last but not least, they also didn't tell you that they are human. Okay? Because I don't know what's wrong with the society once you are actually portray yourself as a guru, people think you're perfect, people think you're God, that you can predict the future. You can predict future and then make them rich. That is a very high expectation to hold. At the end of the day, we are all just humans, including your guru. They eat and sleep, and they need food just like us, okay? They do things just like us, and they make mistakes also just like us. So the thing is, they don't tell you that the mistakes they make, okay? I don't know why, but I think it's for fear for judgment, or maybe when you tell the mistakes, right? A lot of people is not mature enough to actually accept that mistakes and also success, they come hand in hand. And you are the one that has to take full accountability on that, okay? The risk management is on you, not the guru, not anyone else. Okay? I think a lot of people is not mature to understand that accountability starts with you. That's why the education business, the guru business, has been turned to this like get rich quick scheme. They join in the expectation that they will get rich. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, you are all human. All of us are just human and we make mistakes. Okay? So I think that's all I want to share with you about what the things that your property guru did not tell you. It's because I get some people actually just ask me about this, whether this guru can go or not. I just thought that I would share my perspective. Once again, this video is not to bash anybody, guru or non-guru or whatever it is. I'm not here to bash you. I've a benefactor of both sides. Both sides. I've been to seminars. I've been to student seminars. I've given some sharings about my investment journey. Does that make me a guru? I don't know. Okay? But once again, what I'm trying to say is that you are accountable for everything. And use this. Think properly. Think a lot of things. Think before you leap. Okay? If you think that it's okay, then you go ahead. I think I ramble enough. This is Kenny here from Property Stories. So if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, do hit the subscribe button down below. If you want a loan, you're looking for a loan, links are in the description. Hit the link and we can start talking, especially if you are business owner out there. Okay? We do provide property loans and working capital. So see you next time. Bye-bye.